Hi friends, it's Laressa. Welcome back or welcome to the channel. If you are new here, this is a place on the internet where I help fellow real estate agents level up their content creation, social media, branding, and marketing game with Canva. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a virtual business card. So let me show you what this looks like. So essentially, we are going to be creating a screensaver for our phones, and when we are networking, in this case, when I went to EXPCon in Las Vegas last year, which is our company's annual event, the way I was networking with people was not by handing out business cards, physical cards, but instead I had people just, please scan my phone with the QR code, and what would happen is that when you scan this, it would open up this sort of link on or website on their phone. And what I would tell them to do is go to the bottom, click on the Instagram tab, follow me, and I will follow you back. So that is what we are going to be creating today. So let's over to the Canva dashboard here. Now essentially, to create this concept design, we're going to need two docu types. The first one being to create our screensaver, so it's the same dimensions as you would need with a Instagram story per se. So let's just go ahead and click on that one for now. And then the second one we would need is to create, obviously, that bio link website. So we got to go over to this website's tabs here. So click on that. And what we can look at for inspiration is if we hover over, go to a bio link website and just click this browse template icon here. You'll see a library of pre-done templates that Canva does have. But you know me, we're going to start from scratch. So in this case, I'm just going to hit the blank bio link website. Now, first things first, we have to create the BioLink website first, and then we have to create the screensaver second. So in this case, what I'm going to do is start with the background. So I'm going to go into, let's see here, backgrounds here, and I'm just going to use this one because it recently used, but you can go through all these pictures here and just choose whatever you have, or if you have a preferred real estate picture, by all means, of your city, even better, throw that on there. Now in this case, I'm going to edit this image. I'm going to slightly adjust the tone of this green by going down here. See all, I'm going to click on this bronze one and hit apply. Next thing I'm going to do is go into elements. I'm going to grab a frame, and specifically a frame, I'm going to probably have to search for this. You're going to have to search for a rounded rectangle, and I specifically chose this one here. It's a little bit shorter than this one here. So what I'm going to do is give this a stretch, and I'm just going to eyeball it for now, just like that. Now what I'm going to do is going to seem kind of silly, but I'm going to right click on the background, detach it. I'm going to copy this image by going Command or Control C. I'm going to undo to put that image back in there. I'm going to Control V, and then I'm going to put that image inside that frame there. You got that? Okay, now I'm going to click on the image of the frame. I'm going to go to Edit Image, and what I'm going to do is just blur this a little bit. So I'm just going to slightly blur it just like that, maybe around 15, 16, and that's going to be kind of the effect there. So now let's start to build out this BioLink website that you would normally see on Instagram, or if you're familiar with Linktree, this is exactly what we are replicating. Now I'm going to put in my profile picture. I'm going to go to my brand hub here, and I have this particular pop-out profile picture. And if you want to learn how to replicate this and want to learn how to do this, then check out the tutorial linked in the description above, or sorry, linked in the cards above and in the description box down below. I show you exactly how to create this pop-out image. Now, I forgot to mention that we want to actually click on this here, and I'm going to lock it down. So I'm going to click that twice, so it is locked. And because if you notice, when I was hovering over my photo here, it was thinking that I wanted to drag it into here, and that's not what we want. I want to situate it just like that, very nicely. And then we're just going to start to build out these buttons. Now we're going to go into elements again, click on that to go back. I'm going to grab this rounded square, and we are just going to just do it like this. And we're just building out the base here. So I'm going to do 3 buttons, one for your phone number, and then one for, and I'm just going to click and use the Alt on my keyboard, click and drag to duplicate just like that. And then what I'm going to go in and do is I'm going to pull in, now you can use whatever social media handles you're on. In this case, I'm just going to grab a YouTube one, and I'm going to grab Instagram, grab this one here, and then I am going to, let's see here. Then I'm going to go ahead and grab Facebook, and if you're on TikTok, go ahead and use that. So, but I'm just going to settle for these three for now. So I'm just going to click and hold Shift on my keyboard so I have them all selected. And I'm just going to situate them nicely like that. You know what, let's make them just slightly a little bit bigger. I'm going to put that right under here. And what I'm going to do is actually change the colors, because you can change the colors with these as well. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm actually just going to click that, click the copy style, and then just do that so you can easily copy style over. And then actually with this one, with these little buttons here, what I'm actually going to do is make them green, and then I'm going to add a border of that beige color. Oop, I always do this. Okay, the fill color is green, then right next to it is the border color, okay? So click on that, and then I'm going to change it to that beige color. Now you can make it as thick or thin as you want. Maybe let's just go with maybe 2. And now at this point, what I'm going to do is make sure we're clicked on this button. I'm going to grab the copy style tool here, do that, and click on this again, and copy style tool, and click that button there, so you don't have to manually go in and change them out. So that's a little quick tip for you. And then what I'm going to do next is start to build out the text as well. Before I do that, I am going to grab my EXP logo. So I'm just going to grab this white one here, and I'm just going to put that underneath these buttons here. Now go ahead and put in your real estate logo. If you have another personal brand one, go ahead and put that down there for compliance reasons and for branding, of course. Now let's, again, like I said, let's put in the text here. So I'm just speeding up this portion of the video because it's pretty straightforward. I'm just putting in my name and some descriptive font. Now for my name, I'm using the Brittany font, and then I go into effects and give it a bit of a lift. And then for the descriptive text underneath, I am using DM Sans. I make this text white, and I'm going into effects again and just using the lift effect just to make it a little bit easier to read. Now let me know in the comments down below if you like it when I speed these portions of the video up and then do a voiceover, or would you rather me just leave this all in real live time? Let me know. Now for these buttons, they can dub as a text box, but I refrain from doing that. So instead, I'm going to go in with a separate text box and put it on top of that shape. And I'll show you why I do this in the video. So keep on watching. Now at this point, what we're going to do is to group this together. So actually, not yet. Before we group these text boxes with the button there, what we will have to do is actually put in your links right away. So in this case, we are going to be hyperlinking both the text and the boxes. In the case that if somebody is on mobile, if they click just this portion here, it will still bring them to that necessary site. And in the case where you were just putting just the text inside this shape here, if you hyperlink this shape, it's only going to hyperlink the text inside the shape and not the shape itself, if that makes any sense. Anyways, just follow what I said and just put the text box on top of the shape, and then we're going to group them together. Now in this case, let's go ahead and hyperlink this. So you can go click on the text box, click the 3 buttons there, and just, where did the link? Yeah, this is the link here. The link, or if you were on Mac or on Microsoft Windows, there should be the necessary applicable keyboard shortcut. Anyways, so I'm just going to click on that, go to the link here, and actually, like I said, put in your phone number, but there's a specific way you have to put in your phone number. So it has to be no brackets, just your number, and then actually use the dashes as well. Okay. And then just hit enter, and it's going to hyperlink that. Now, you can keep the underline there, but I don't like the look of that, so I'm just going to remove it. And then you have to hyperlink the same thing to this button here. So I'm just going to click on I'm still clicked on the text here, so I'm just going to click on the link one more time because I'm lazy. So I'm just going to copy that. And then I'm going to go and click on the shape itself. And then I'm going to link it by pasting that in there. And it says up here, link is added. Now at this point, what I would do is click on both the text box and the shape by hitting the shift key on your keyboard and clicking both times. And then we're just going to group that together. So this is one shape, okay? Once again, we are speeding up this portion of the video because it is pretty straightforward. We are just hyperlinking the text box and the shapes and then grouping them together so they are one cohesive button. Now for the website, I used my link tree, which is counterintuitive because that is also a bio link website. Don't do what I do what I say, use your actual real estate website. Now for the email, I'm putting my actual email in there as I normally would, laressa.ngoeun@exprealty.com. Now for the social media buttons, we are just hyperlinking, of course, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. If you have other social media icons, go ahead and put those in as well. Lock this all down. Lock it all down so we can't move nothing. Now let's go ahead and preview this in the preview tab here. So we are seeing this without navigation. Obviously, we don't have any navigation on this because we only have one page. So this is what it's going to look like on desktop. Right, so you can click on this, it's going to work, and then if you click on this, it's going to open up my email. I'm not going to do that because it's going to bust me out of this window here. And if we click on this here, it will actually, isn't that cool? Actually try to call you. And then let me go back here, and of course you can double check that these are all hyperlinked appropriately. Now I want to go into the mobile view here, and this is what it's going to look like when somebody does scan the QR code, which we're going to make next, and this is what it'll look like on your mobile. Okay, so now what we have to do is to publish this site here. Now I recommend that you have a free domain with Canva. It just makes it really easy. If you haven't created your free domain yet, I recommend just doing your first last name, and then it's going to be .canva.site, and then you can use a purchase domain through Canva or use your own existing domain, but honestly speaking, I haven't used any of those options because free domain, it's just really easy. And now with Canva free, you can create, I believe it's up to 5 websites to that domain. And then if you have Canva Pro, because with Canva Pro you become a professional, when you have Canva Pro, you have your Canva free domain name, but you can create as many different websites as you want using that domain name, okay? Which I highly recommend. So I'm just going to go with that here. So first of all, let me move myself out of the way. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to just change the slug here, so which is the stuff that's after the site here. So just click on this pencil, and then I'm just going to name this as virtual business card, so I know what it is. And then we can change the browser tab preview, which is all the stuff that you see up here. So I'm just going to click on that pencil button again, and I already named it my name. You can do BC or business card or whatever have you, and then I'm going to add in my logo. So I'm just going to choose this one here. And then that is what the icon is going to look like up there. Now at this point, I don't touch anything here. You can put a description if you want to. It doesn't really matter. Then I'm just going to hit publish. Okay? And then Canva is going to publish our design. So once it does that, we can preview what this tab looks like. And now at this point, what we need to do is to take this link here. Now take this link here and copy it. Now remember, we opened up our untitled design here of our IG story, which is going to be serving as our iPhone or our phone screensaver. So now at this point, what we are going to do is to create our screensaver. So in this case, we have already taken that link from the site. We're going to go into, let's see, down here, where are you? Apps. And then we're going to search for QR code. And we're just going to click on the first one here. And what we're going to do is to just paste in that link and just generate QR code just like that. Now that we have this link or QR code created, I'm going to add another page, bring that up here, because essentially what I'm going to be doing is we're going to go back into our website here. Now let me show you very quickly how to do this. So right now we're going to go back into edit design because it is a live design right now, but I need this design. So I'm going to hit edit design. I'm going to go down here to the grid view. Let me make sure that you can see this. Go down to the grid view here. And what I'm going to do is copy this page. Okay, I'm just going to go Command C, or you can go, no, you can only go Command C. Command or Control C. So make sure this is highlighted in purple, Command or Control C. We're going to go into our screensaver design here. Okay, I hope you follow on me. So at this point, we're going to Command V, and it's going to copy and paste over that design. Why? Because it's just efficiency. Okay, so at this point, this is all locked down, and we have to unlock every single thing. So I'm just going to click and drag, unlock, unlock, unlock. So we don't need this, we don't need that. And I think this is all unlocked. Yes, this is all unlocked. So now I can click and drag like this. And then I'm going to, there we go. I thought we lost our QR code. So I'm just going to copy this. So Command or Control C, I'm going to paste it here. And what I am going to do, because I want these corners to be rounded, I'm just going to go with go into, let's see here, go up to your Elements tab here, grab this square with the rounded edges, and I'm just going to put that right over top just for now, make it white, push it to the backward, and then I'm just going to size it accordingly so it looks like that. So you can make it as thick or as thin as you want to. Let's just click on both of them and center them. Does that look centered? Yeah. All right, so that is pretty much your screensaver done. Now we have to make sure that we go back to the website on the back end and we do publish it again. At this point, you've already done all of the necessary, added all these bits in there. So you just hit publish once again, and then it's going to publish your site. So I know I was in the way, but you get the idea. Just republish it so to make sure that it is active and live. Now, in order to make sure that this is properly working, let's go back into our screensaver. So now let's just go ahead and scan this image here. So I'm just going to just zoom in like that, click on that, and there we have our site just like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out how this actually works. So we are going to do some quality checking, as you know, and if we click on the phone number here, it's actually gonna, say if we want to call this number, and in case I'm just gonna cancel that. And then open up this tab. We're going to go back into there, and then we're going to click on website. And again, this links to my link tree, but again, please use your real estate website. And we're going to click on email, and then this is going to ask me if I want to open the email into another tab. So let's see what happens if I do. Yes, it's going to open up my Apple email in this case. And then let me go back into Safari here, and it's clicking me out of all these tabs. And then I'm going to just open up YouTube and see what happens. It actually opens up the YouTube app, which is awesome. And again, just play around with it, double check if everything is working. And that is essentially your BioLink website, your virtual business card. Now going back to our screen here, in this case, what we want to do is actually to go up to the share button, save this, download this as a PNG or a JPEG, and then if you're like me, I would airdrop this to my phone. But if you are not an Apple user, you can definitely go down to the bottom tab here to more, and what you'll see here is the send to phone icon. If you click on that, you can scan this code here. So you do want to make sure you already have the Canva mobile app on your phone and you're already logged in, and then it's just going to open up this design in your phone, and then you can easily just save this to your phone's gallery. So again, just to repeat, here we have our screensaver, and then once we click on this or scan this, it's going to open up our design here, and then the back end of course looks like this. And then again, if you want to make edits, just go onto here. And that is pretty much the entirety of this concept for the virtual business card per se. Try this out. Let me know if it works. It is so much fun to do, and it just makes networking really efficient because again, nobody really cares about your phone number, but if you can get them to scan your phone, open up your site, follow you on Instagram, and you follow them back, it is just the new age of the digital currency and being top of mind nowadays. So let me know if you do try this out. Let me know if you like this longer form style tutorial where I go really deep into detail as to how to make these type of designs. And of course, share this video with your other real estate besties. And apparently this is what the YouTube algorithm wants you to check out next. So if you're ready, 3, 2, 1, click.